So I did a little bit of homework to get this working here in Stellarium. And now we can actually see where to look and when to look and at what time. And I did it all for you. I did it all for you because I want you to see this comet. It's going to be awesome. So first and foremost, what are we looking at here? This is Stellarium. If you don't know what it is, it's a planetarium. And so this is what the sky will look like from Atlanta on January 20th, 2023 at midnight. And so if you're in the US, your skies will be somewhat similar to this. But we're looking northeast. And so north, as we know, is the North Star. And so you'll see the North Star right here. Ursa Minor, Polaris is the North Star. So essentially, this is your orientation if you're looking directly north. And so let's fast forward in time. Let's see what this comet does, because we can see right here, it's going to be about 7 degrees up in the sky on January 20th at midnight. And it's kind of in between Polaris and Ursa Major, so the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. But let's see what it does as the days move forward. So let's go to the next day. Same time at midnight, it's getting higher and higher. And so we can see this comet is rising up higher into the sky, further and further north, closer and closer to the North Star. I mean, look at this. On the 28th, on the 29th, look, on the 30th, look, it's in between Polaris, the North Star, and the Big Dipper. I mean, if you use these pointer stars here, you'll be able to see it. So if you use these pointer stars from the Big Dipper and it shoots you over here to the North Star, look, you'll be able to see the comet right there. And on the 30th, we know it's going to be bright enough where you could probably see it with your naked eye. But there's one thing you need to keep in mind here. You got to keep in mind that as we get closer to February, we're moving into full moon territory. And the full moon is going to wash out that comet. It's going to wash out the views of the comet. And if we look here, we can actually see where the moon is. Look, the moon is already getting, halfway? Yeah, about half full already on January 30th. And so that's going to wash out some detail. And actually, as we get closer to February, so it's the 31st, 1st, so 2nd of February, around when the time when the comet is brightest, look at the moon. It's almost full moon. And so that's going to wash out all the detail of the comet. So if you're trying to see it or photograph it, I recommend you try not to during this time. My recommendation is that, you either do it before the moon is half full or after the moon is half full or full moon. You just want to stay away from full moon is all I'm saying. So if you want to shoot it, as soon as possible, you need to get your butt out to a dark site and start shooting it here on like the 28th or the 29th. It's passing by the North Celestial Pole. So the North Star and the Big Dipper, that's where you're going to want to look. And let's see where it's going to be after full moon. So if we fast forward again a little bit longer, so there's the moon. It's getting big and bright. It passes each other. What moon phase is this? It's probably, yeah, that's a super full moon. Let's get away from that. Let's get away from that. So I lost my orientation. So here's the comet here. So let's keep going. That's the 5th, the 6th, 7th, 8th. Okay, now we're in business. So let's see. On the 9th of February, what moon phase are we in? It's still pretty bright. Still want to avoid this, okay? So let's keep going. It's not until, let's say, maybe the 12th. So maybe the 10th through the 12th, February 12th. Check this out. This will be a great time to shoot the comet too. And this will be a great opportunity because look, it's right next to Mars. So if you want to see or photograph this, February 12th is one of the best times to be photographing this comet. Look how close it is to Mars. See how close it gets on the days before and after. So on the 13th and on the 11th, so 11th and 12th and 11th, we'll call 11th, 12th. Look at that. It's right next to Mars and it's away from that moon. Look, the moon is setting at midnight. And so if you want to see this comet, those are the times I'd recommend. Late January or, the 12th, 13th, what did we say, 11th and 12th? 11th and 12th of February, probably the best times to see this comet and to photograph it if you want to do some astrophotography. What a great opportunity. And remember, all of these views, these are all around midnight. And so it's going to be so high up in the sky that when it gets dark in this time frame of late January to February, March, you're going to be able to see the comet before and after midnight as well. And so, like, if we go back to January, 28th, what about 11 p.m.? What about 10 p.m.? Look at that. It's still pretty high up. It's about 20 degrees altitude. So that's still pretty good. So you're going to be able to see it. Get your butt out there. Start planning. I'd say probably the 27th, 28th, 29th of January, great times to shoot it. Or, like we saw, when it goes by Mars, 11th or 12th of February, perfect times to do it. Have fun. Hope you see it.